Welcome in, everybody. Before we get into this very important XRP technical analysis, I want to go over a quick overview of what's going on across the markets. First, I always see the comments, especially yesterday. You always put out these bearish warnings. Are we on the verge of collapse, but we never collapse? We are on the verge of collapse. The reason I put those out is because if we lose these very important levels, as this morning we're down to 0.4578. If we lose the 0.44 cent mark and then ultimately work our way down to that 432 and ultimately the 424, you're retesting a descending triangle breakout. If you fall back within that descending triangle, and this is why it's on the verge of collapse, if you break through that descending triangle, you fall back into the pattern formation that we were in for a very long time, better part of a year, and then the lower end target starts at 40 cents, then it's 35.5 cents, and then it can bring you all the way down to 18 cents or worse. So I would say being on the verge of collapse is the proper terminology. And honestly, I appreciate the comments, but don't be so nearsighted, as I want to say. Take a farther look at things and see what's actually going on. I'm going to give you the warning that we're on the verge of collapse because it's necessary. Bitcoin's back below 28,800 again. It was right around 28,700. So it's one of those things, if Bitcoin trends down and gets below that 27,550, now you've got to drop all the way down to 25,194. And it's great that Bitcoin went up to 29K last night. But the bottom line is until Bitcoin breaks back over 30,000, we flip bearish. And until we get back over 30,000 and hold, we're short-term bearish. And then we can become a midterm bearish if we break down the 27,550 and ultimately get down to that 25,194. That's where the pattern formation needs to decide what's going on. So yes, I will continue to say we're on the verge of collapse unless we break out of this area, because if we break down, it's a very big problem for not just Bitcoin or XRP, but all of crypto. So make sure you hit that motherfucking like button. If you've got an opinion, share it in the comments. Whether you love me or hate me, let me know in the comments. Whether I'm doing a fantastic job and you think I'm doing a great job every day being here every morning, or you think I'm a dumbass, I don't know what I'm doing, and the information's terrible, hit that dislike button. Don't be a pussy and show your opinion. Make sure you hit that motherfucking like button and help push me through the analytics. And I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. And if you're watching my content, we're just under 16,200. Yesterday's video didn't make it to 100 likes. Very embarrassing. So make sure you do your part. I'm here every single day. I haven't missed a day since March 28th, 2021. Hit that motherfucking like button. Show me some respect this morning. Or disrespect by hitting that dislike button. Good morning, 10:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, May 4th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see, XRP sits at 0.4578, down 0.127% on the day. Let me fix this. Okay, so let's take a quick look here at XRP at 0.4576, down 1.32% on the day. As we know, the Fed yesterday raised rates by 25 basis points. A lot of people were expecting them to pause, which I told everybody was impossible. Inflation's running too rampant. They can't just pause it. As you can see, Bitcoin or XRP remains below the 4-hour support on the 20-day at about 4612, the 46 cent level approximately. And now if we continue to move down, I still think that it's about the 422 right now at the downtrending resistance. I still think that is a better than not shot to end up down there. Now, the only thing that can hold us up right now is if we hold this area. First, the 45, it's about the 0.451 area. That's the bottom support that it's put in on this drop. But to me, it doesn't look like there's anything to sustain this. It feels like it's going to drop more than likely. And the problem is if you fall back within this pattern formation, the bottom of this first formation is down at 36 cents. But then if you start going back into the all-time patterns, that's what you start to fall into. As we're still within this newly created formation here, the bottom side support's down at 40 cents. And then if you fall back into that, then it's down at 35.2. But then if you break this level, so this is the 2017 uptrend. If you break that, or the 2021 uptrend, then you go back to like 2017, which is about 19.2 in this area. Then 2013 is just about that. It's about the 1.6 level. So that's the urgency with XRP. And when people tell you, oh, the historic collapse, or we're on the verge of collapse, especially when I say we're on the verge of collapse, it's because we are on the verge of collapse. And honestly, I don't give a shit what anybody says in the comments. I'm going to continue to put it out the way I see fit, because I'm the one person for the last over 2 years that not only got out in front of XRP pre-pump in 2021, made over 400%. I had the foresight to get out of XRP at $1.66 and not repurchase for the first time until it was sub 30 cents. So I think I know a thing or two of what I'm talking about. And when I say it's on the verge of collapse, that means it's on the verge of collapse. It's on the verge. That doesn't mean it has to happen, but if things play out properly, the collapse is on. If we lose these levels, the collapse is on. If we end up retesting the 422 level, you really don't want to be buying in right now, because it's going to be down another plus 10%. And then if we lose that level, it could be down up to 60%. So just pay very close attention. When I say it's on the verge of collapse, it's because it's on the verge of collapse. That doesn't mean it can't pump out of the area. I've shown what has to happen for XRP to get bullish short term, but I've shown in the short term pattern what we've done also to show us that we're a little short term bearish here. And being under that 20-day and the 4-hour time frame is not helping matters. I think 422 is the trend right now. We obviously have 44 cents underneath. We could put up all these different support resistance levels, but to me, there's one major one right here. This is that uptrending resistance support line that goes back from previous parts of the pattern that I put on the perpetual chart, because this is your ultimate right now. We break this and get a rejection, we are very bearish. This is your short-term collapse mode. That's why it was so urgent yesterday. I showed this exact formation. So don't just look at the title. Watch the whole video, and if you're just looking at the title and pissing yourself off, well, you're nothing more than a negative Nancy, and you're not going to get anywhere. Stop being a pussy, watch the updates, and actually do things accordingly. Respond properly. Right now, it is on the verge of collapse. If we don't get back over this 4607 approximately and hold that uptrending resistance support line, this is on the verge of collapse. Everything is telling us that this is going to go down, except for the YouTubers that are telling us we're going up. So it's one of those things. The technicals are showing us going down. The pattern formation showing us going down, unless we can get a burst of volume by the bulls. The only reason that it looks like it's going up is because of what YouTube schlubs are saying. Everything else to me tells me XRP needs to go down for a further retest, and it remains to be seen if we can find some volume to avoid this formation drop. So pay very close attention to what I'm saying. I'm not bullshitting you. And if you don't like it, that's too damn bad. I'm going to tell you the truth regardless. Bitcoin USD, we're still on the top side of this channel, but as you can see, that 28,800 is what I keep talking about. And then I say the 27,000 or 28,750 extension, and everybody gets mad. That's because that's the overextension. You break that area and hold it, you're breaking down, and you're coming down to this. First stop would be down to the 28,400 area, 380. But then ultimately, I believe we're coming down. And yes, it's on the uptrend, so it's a little higher, but 27,550, I'm going to remain. And if we break that, we're coming down 9% to 25,194. The ultimate short opportunity is if you see us get a rejection on the bottom of the channel, it's about 9% down to 25,194. No reason to dick around in the channel. But if you're going to short it, wait for a breakdown. And if you're going to long it, wait for us to get back over 30,000 and hold it. It's just that simple. And even then, it might not be good enough. But right now, we've had a bearish cross. And in a 4-hour time frame, if we break down any farther, it was working on a death cross. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if we continue down, or we have enough strength in the market to continue up. If Bitcoin were to somehow break out of this, we would consolidate all the way up to about that 32,800 and ultimately that 33,938, 34,000 range. But if we break down, that 25,194 is on tap, but it is a tightening channel, so that's what we're going to have to pay attention to. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, make sure you hit that motherfucking like button. Yesterday was embarrassing as we didn't even get 100 likes on the video. It may have 100 now that the night's over, but put a lot of work into that video. Had more people saying that you always talk about the verge of collapse and actually liking the video, which is fantastic. If you want to trade crypto like I do, I've got two great options. You got Mexi and or BitGet, no spot fees on the buy and sell, and you can futures trade up to 250x long you're short in the market. And then if you want to send a donation, Cash App XRP, or join Tom's Army. That's all in the video description below and or pinned comments. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag fight assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point getting caught up with the YouTube fudsters?